Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is your boy Easy Truth, and today I want to discuss reasons why I don't have any friends, and in my personal opinion, why I think in today's age and time, friends are overrated, and as far as I know, fake. I've had my experiences in the past dealing with people who I consider to be friends, right? And these would have been people I would have introduced to my family, and these are people who I was close with to the point where I would share my certain secrets with them about myself, my past, and thinking to myself they have my best interest at heart. I wasn't really trying to find the worst in people. So that's when when you hear me talking in past videos about why I sometimes hate some people, it's these things that have built up over time, dealing with people, especially the people who were in my life. I call friends, and I deem them as close to my heart because we would have done a lot of great things together in the name of friendship that I thought at the time was them being genuine, turned out later to be all a facade, all a illusion, you know. And I had to learn the hard way that people can be shady to the extent that they'll come around you and they can pretend for so long to the point that you'll never catch on immediately to what they're doing. These people I'm talking about were silently sucking the energy from me. I had to deal with them copying me. I had to deal with them talking about me behind my back when they could not properly imitate me. And I know a lot of people have to deal with that too, where they are being copied. Your style, your aura, people are trying to see if they can do what you do and do it better than you, right? And I suffered it that emotionally. I felt it when I had to keep them at a distance. I had to get them away from me because these would have been people, like I said in the beginning, they were in my house eating my food. I was at their house eating their food. And the issue I'm having with that is that that's so close to your health that if somebody wanted to hurt you, the easiest way to do it was to get you to eat from them, right? So when I look back on it, I'm like, if they wanted to take me out because of what later transpired, it was an easy go, right? Because if you can gain access to my stomach, what I put in my body, at that point you are getting the best attack point to get rid of me. If so thank God it didn't get that far. And in retrospect, I was able to pick up on the foolishness, on just the fakery, right? And all the shit they were doing in the dark. And I was able to make a decision that, was hard, but then it had to be made. And the funny thing is, I've noticed this as a pattern with my life, where people come in my life and it's always something at the end of it where I can tell they're not genuine. It's like I'll do my best to be friendly. I'll do my best to be cooperative, try to be cool with people. But then I find out there's always something about me that makes people want to be in competition, or if not in competition, they just don't like me for some reason. And yet people would say, "Yep, well, you're the common denominator right there." I took a step back. I looked at it, and I'm like, "What am I doing?" Because I always try to take inventory of how I'm treating people. And if I'm the type of person, if you were to approach me and say, hey, if we're friends, hey, you're doing this wrong, it's affecting me emotionally or whatever is affecting you, I'll try to fix it and see how best I can accommodate your feelings, right? But I'm at a point right now where I just don't care anymore. Because no matter how hard I try to be nice to people and try to bring them in my circle, in my bubble, or be a part of my life, it always turns out to be to my own detriment. I could never understand it. And I don't want to live like that because humans are supposed to be, we're supposed to be social creatures, right? But how do you be, it's hard to socialize with people who don't want to socialize fairly. They want to do it in the most horrific, how do I put it? They want to do it in the most self-seeking way. They can destroy you in the process if they don't like you. And I prefer people that tell me straight up, I don't like you, versus coming in my space pretending to like me, pretending to want to be a part of me or what I got going on, to legit want to see me grow or be a better person. When in the dark, your whole mission is to destroy me in the name of friendship. So I don't trust anything nowadays that come under that name, that umbrella of friendship. Because for me, I'm an 80s baby. What I grew up seeing were people who were, I see friendship that lasts to this very day with people, among people who share the same, it became so, the friendship was so long that they share the same principles for so long because they had that in common. I don't see that anymore. Everybody is about themselves in the sense where you cannot open up to anybody and say, okay, let me give this person a chance and not expect the negative to unfold. Yeah, I know you might say, well, you're thinking negative, but look, on the internet right now, every time I scroll for most of the time, I see people complaining about losing out on friends because of the betrayal, the blindsidedness that they went through. They didn't know the person didn't like them. Females, especially dealing with females, they're the perfect example of how so-called friends can betray you, right? Whether they're friends sleeping with their other, with their dudes, or females just hating on another female because they look better. Anything works nowadays for people who are just not genuine, who wants to see other people down. So that's the whole point of me just not wanting to give anybody a chance anymore under the category of friendship. Associates preferably, but friendship, it takes, for me, my just like a female with a long list of standards for dudes, as a man, I have a long list of standards for people who I allow in my space and who wants to be a part of my life, right? You can't just come in my life expecting for overnight celebrity status. It has to be something where we connect. The relationship we've got went through some rocky stuff and you still stood tall. You still went above and beyond to show me that you are authentic in your actions, right? But I'm not nowadays throwing out that title loosely of people being friends with me or I'm being friends with people. If anything, I try to avoid people, right? And deal with people on a necessary basis. Because you just don't know why a person wants to be in your life, especially in this time, and what the motive of them wanting to see you, you know, what their intent is towards you. And as I said in previous videos, go if you can go back and watch my other videos, I explain why, for me, dealing with people is so. You can say I'm judgmental, but I believe in being judgmental at this point in this day and age in a way where your judgment serves you better than if you were like just playing a fool, or just plain fool about what is going on when it comes to people. Judgmental is not always a bad thing. You can be judgmental and still judge correctly, right? Calculated judgments. I'm not saying make premature judgments about people, but just what based on what you see they give you, first impressions, right? So whatever they give to you is whatever you're working with, right? So people giving all that to me nowadays let me know that not me, to be called a friend for me in 2026 requires a lot. And it's genuine, it's a genuine list. I'm not talking about superficial stuff. I'm talking about friendship where I can count on you to be there for me. I can count on you in times when things aren't right for me. Versus if things good, you want to share the celebration, right? I want to know if you're going to be there as a friend, if I can call on you and say, hey, I need help, and you're there to help me, and not just take, right? Always taking, not, you're never giving back, and amongst other things too. So friendship for me means a lot, and I don't see anybody meeting that requirement anytime soon, because the way the world is going right now, everybody is just about themselves and what they can get from everybody else. So I just wanted to just share that with you guys and let you know that, hey, I'm not saying not to be cool with people. I'm just saying for me personally, it's gonna be a little difficult to let people in based on my experiences and based on other people's experiences that I've seen that matches up with mine. It's a little difficult. So I wanna just put that out there. I'm not saying be a hermit, like I always say, but be mindful of the people you allow in your space in the name of friendship. Be calculated, be judgmental if you have to, but just don't let your guard down when it comes to people who pretend to want to be in your space under the guise of friendship, because genuine friendship don't exist anymore. And let's not fool ourselves. People are different in 2026 up to this point. Since things just, people just have, they've changed. People have changed. And if you can find one in every five person that's not changed and they've kept the fundamentals of life and they're doing the right thing, cool. But that's far apart. You can't find them everywhere. But the majority of people nowadays, man, you cannot allow them in your space if you don't have to. Gotta be careful. So that's the message, guys. Just be careful out here. You know, fake friends, people who are auditioning to be your friends. You gotta be careful of them, and just be smart out here when it comes to people. Okay, so that's the video, guys. So thank you for tuning in. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.